When you don't have standards and expectations, you're just going to be willing to accept whatever, but you're not going to be satisfied. What could you do with your partner to make it work best? If there is no values and you're going to be dating just anybody, thinking that that's okay, and it's not nothing else like willingness, nurturing.
What do she bring to the table?
Hello, everyone. So welcome to my self-improvement and dating podcast. And y'all see the title. I'm going to be talking about what Steve Harvey said. How to say it like this. I am not understanding that. I'm not obviously feeling it. So if y'all didn't see the interview,
The hell you mean? What do y'all bring to the
he
table?
was talking about how women do not need to bring anything to the table. And pretty much that she just can show up like herself. That's all. A man can't ask her no questions. What do you bring? All that stuff. No. It's just on him to make sure he brings what he's supposed to bring. Let's just leave it at that. Only thing that I agreed on is him saying that men should be responsible, falling down to being mature, having leadership. And also, yes, a man should be taking care of his family. It's his job. Make sure that he's there supporting, right? So if a fella doesn't have these characteristics going on, if he's not tapped into his nature, if he doesn't have the masculine energy, then what does it make him? Yes, y'all know, a simp for real. So if that's going to be the case with him, is he as valuable? No. Does she look at him and see weakness? Yes. Is he not strong enough? Absolutely. So when we bring it back to women and it comes down to dating, today's society, only their looks to be okay, letting that be what they could get by with. So wrong for him to say that she could just appear like herself, has nothing else to bring, and that's fine. Money and status still matter when it comes down to that fella. So when we take that away, it decreases him. Same way with the female. If she stops maintaining herself, she has a nature herself. So if she's not tapped into her nature, and she stops it at beauty, there's nothing else brought to the table, and it's not nothing else like willingness, loving, nurturing. And before I go on, make sure you do book your consultation so we could get on the line, talk about your situation, if it's back to dating or self-improvement. Consultations can be about anything, so click that link down below after this video to go ahead and book. Gonna get tired of her trying to take charge all the time, trying to be stronger than him, trying to be the one that leads, guides, all that stuff. That's all he's gonna really look at her for and be like, that's the value, that's where it stops. And absolutely, we know about submission, right? So if that's gonna be the case where she doesn't bring nothing else aside from maybe the looks, so what does a fella do after that with her? Is if every girl just could be accepted for her looks, for her beauty, so many fellas would just be picking any girl. There's so much beautiful females out here, right? There's so many females that maintain themselves very well, right? So if that's gonna be the case, and let's say being intuitive, that doesn't matter no more. Let's say he could be with her, but not be excited, actually be staying around her. This happens a lot when a fella starts dating and he keeps coming back, but doesn't actually stay with the female because he can't really stand, let's say maybe the attitude, or she's just so aggressive around him. She can't just calm down. And a reminder, if you still have not checked out my Patreon, make sure you go ahead and check it out. It has a whole lot of videos y'all will never ever see on here. Explicit and exclusive content that will only be on there. Go ahead and click the link down below after this video to go ahead and check it out. Maybe she doesn't trust men at all. That's common. So a lot of times that nature, tapping into it, females don't want to do that. What feminine side does she actually bring out? If she doesn't show her feminine energy, how is she gonna be showing that full version of herself being valuable? Make sure your baggage, all the other stuff, okay, all the wrong things about her, all the things that she doesn't have does not matter, right? So if she has a lot of baggage, if she has a lot of things that come with her, traumatic experiences that hasn't let her heal, who's gonna have to deal with all of that? If she can't trust him, when she can't be loving to him, she can't actually be fully there for him. Let's say she is intellectual, back to being intuitive, she could still be dependent on her man. She is not supposed to be pushing him away. And the way we have to look at it is, how is he as a fella to be able to give her all that she needs? How is he gonna play all of his role if she says, I'm stepping in to do it all? It's not to say every woman has the masculine side going on. It's almost like, how does he bring himself to that man and needs to be the man in the relationship? How could he make sure he is taking charge in the way of being dominant? So it's really him saying that a fella needs to have all this stuff together, right? Money, status, all that stuff we know, down to him physically looking attractive, looking masculine, right? And so for her, no, it just stops at if she looks good. That's about it. So it's just like for a fella, when he's dating, he might as well right back to date her, call it a day, because he's not really getting nothing from any of these girls aside from her looking sweet, her looking gorgeous. So when it comes down to dating, how is it gonna last long? Does not. And this is why standards and expectations have to be put into place. If there is no morals, if there is no values, then you're gonna be dating just anybody and thinking that that's okay, can accept that. For a fella, if he says, okay, well, she is pretty gorgeous, but her attitude stinks, I could accept that. Oh, but she wants to be going back to her ex, or she wants to not solve anything, doesn't want to ever be vulnerable with me, ever see the nurturing and the loving side, can't see it from her, she doesn't want to show that. And so it becomes, what's the point? What's the point of dating? What's the point of a man staying with a woman? It's a quick night with you. So it also falls into a wife that you're trying to be with long term, stay with forever. If it's gonna be a girl just for one night, or your side that is the late night, emphasis on late night, if it's just gonna be her that you just casually see or every other week or something like that, yeah, it becomes fun for that girl that looks really good to you. And so she also has other things such as, yes, down there. And that means what? Down there is gonna get you satisfied for that night. And that's about it. And you know what happens a lot of times is fellas, they'll have that girl come over for that one night. And guess what? It's not long. It's becoming, I'll lay up with you. I gotta watch a movie with you. I sure do. And, you know, maybe I'll try to talk to you. You're still gonna maybe give me the attitude, maybe the pushing away. And so what happens next? You know, when he gets what he wants, he's out the door. He's over it. He's now like, okay, well, it was a good night for me. I do want to experience it again. But, you know, we got a time limit on it. So that means it lasts about, 30 minutes at max. And that's him pushing it through. And that's you guys not finishing a series. Just you watching 1, 2. That's all. That's all that's happening. So it becomes now, there's no point of dating. There's no point of him staying with her. He doesn't see none of the feminine side. He's all in his masculine energy because she doesn't bring nothing else to the table. I'll be dating just because you feel like, hey, you look good, you have some money and status. Don't get me wrong, females out here that look good, bare minimum, and get those guys for her. But when you don't have standards and expectations, you're just gonna be willing to accept whatever, but you're not gonna be satisfied. You're gonna wanna go somewhere else. You're gonna be fishing, looking as long as you can. Okay, well, is this good enough, right? You seem like you like me a lot. I mean, you seem like you did something for me. You really do for me. And it's like down to, how did he play his masculine role? And we know for a fact nowadays flowers is in. Girls want their bouquet for sure. Now when we know this is happening for so many females, they do actually want men to actually be nice and all that stuff. Do the kind things, the shivery stuff, right? But then doesn't have the masculine vibe going on. If he doesn't show strength or courage, becomes, well, thanks for what you did. Simple way of, I got you, let me get on my knees. You need, I'm begging for you. No, none of that. None of that. There's a difference between, yes, the simp, the nice guy. But when fellas actually don't be the jerk, and he could actually show some value. So it could be he actually understands, I'm going to open the door regardless for you. It looks good. Manners, respect, show it. Woman will look at you and say, that's valuable about him. So it's the same thing if you come with the stank attitude. If you come with, well, I don't want to waste my time and I'm rushing and I don't want to get to know you, or let me tell you 1, 2 things about me, accept that. That's all it is. And that's what the modern day dating is looking like. You got to accept it. I mean, what else does she really want to bring to the table for me? That should be the question. So back to just flowers. If females want flowers from a fella and he doesn't bring that, be that happy? Most times, no. Not only gonna make sure he is in his masculine energy, not gonna only make sure that he keeps that job, makes more money, pays the bill all on time, has a lot of savings, right? And, the nice car matters for sure. So not only all that, he gotta make sure he's taking care of you, taking care of your needs and wants. Gotta make sure you're a happy wife, happy life. We know that, right? That's the saying, right? So if that's going to be the case, so does he have to show and bring his value? Yes. Does she? Absolutely yes. It should not be that way. In society, it has become that way. So this is it for this video. I really do not agree with what he said. There was just that 1, 2 part of others should be taking care of their kids. He definitely should be there. And it's back to comparing it to like if he's going to be building handyman. So about in the modern day, what could you do with your partner to make it work best? Because we absolutely know that it has to be done a certain way so that you guys can last longer. Just in general, right? When reverse, he's not the one going to work. You're the one that's doing it. And then if let's say you guys have kids, He's the one that's taking care of the kids. These have changed. And so you make it work for your relationship. All right, so I'm definitely going to talk about this type of stuff. Got to talk about how the modern day dating is for sure. If y'all want more videos like this or just any types of videos specifically, let me know down below. And if you still have not given this video a big thumbs up, what are you doing? If y'all want to get on the line, talk about what's going on with you. It could be about dating or it could be back to self-improvement. Make sure you go ahead and book your consultation by clicking that link down below. And make sure you catch up on my Patreon videos. A whole lot of them on there you'll never ever see on here. So catch up by clicking the link down below and y'all see me in my next video. Bye y'all. And y'all, the Elevate sweatshirt is officially available and y'all could see it is embroidered stitch. So it is high quality and it is champion. Y'all can see the logo right there. And it comes in this amazing box, super secured, y'all. As you guys can see, it is vacuum sealed. You will get your package delivered right to you quickly and it is gonna come super, super tight.